blood-based COVID-19 PCR testing is now available in more than 30 countries globally, including some of the world's busiest airports. Introducing this measure across UK airports, followed by a 5-day quarantine on arrival into the UK, offers a balance between protecting public health and increasing demand for air travel. By introducing a similar robust testing regime across UK airports, the current 14 days quarantine process can be replaced. In the absence of a vaccine, PCR testing at airports for inbound passengers remain the most reliable process to resume international travel. And keeping in mind that now tests are available that can be done quickly, efficiently, and in as little as 15 minutes. In Qatar, nationals and resident permit holders are allowed to enter into the country, and depending on whether they have returned from a low or high risk destination, the appropriate quarantine measures are put in place. All passengers entering Doha through Hamad International Airport are thermally screened, asked to download a mobile app that monitors individuals' health status, requested to complete a health assessment form, as well as sign a quarantine commitment agreement. Those returning from low-risk countries are automatically tested at the airport before they can proceed to their 7-day home quarantine. It usually takes 24 hours to receive the results. A secondary test is conducted on the 6th day, and if these results are found to be negative, they are cleared to leave the quarantine the next day. Passengers from high-risk countries are required to book at one of the approved quarantine hotels prior to their arrival to Doha, which they are then transported to upon completing the necessary arrival procedures at the airport. They are required to quarantine in the hotel for a week, after which they either commit to home quarantine for an additional week if they test negative, or are transferred to a medical facility if they test positive. I believe integrating and adapting similar initiatives will be key to the future success of the UK aviation market. On a separate note, let me address the APD, based on recent studies carried out by York Aviation and commissioned by the Airlines UK, the Industry Association for UK Registered Airlines. A 12-month air passenger duty waiver would save 45% of the lost jobs, the lost air routes, and potentially 8,000 jobs over the next 12 months. It would also increase passenger demand and enable the sector to stimulate an additional £7 billion in economic activity. Global airline connectivity is crucially important for any country, especially an island like the United Kingdom, to keep it connected to global trade and commerce, especially at difficult times like these. Every effort must be made to remain flexible in terms of entry restrictions and encourage passengers to travel by simplifying the process and reducing red tape.